Hello, Animation Fanatic here. Really quick review of the of last week's TMNT episode. I'm gonna watch the other one and hopefully get you a review today. But here's last week's episode. Non-spoiler review. Okay. New villain. New villain. Should I tell you who it is for you non-spoiler people? I'm gonna leave you to it. Just see who he is, but he's an old villain. He's a villain from the older show. He's familiar. He's very powerful. He's very strong, and he is quite a danger to the Turtles. Probably one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous villain the Turtles have faced one-on-one, and he does a lot of damage. It's a Raphael-centered episode. There is a lesson. It's pretty good, but I actually like the lesson at the end of it that's not connected to the rest of the story. Some decent enough comedy. Not the best, but it's a good episode in establishing a new villain. It's not quite a story advancer, but there is more mutagen involved. And it does answer some questions about the mutagen, like it's possible the mutagen makes you kind of evil, and also stronger than the average human. Or at least this new kind of mutagen does. But it also depends on the person. So yeah, check it out. It's a good episode. Okay, spoiler review. So anyway, Raph is fed up with his brothers. What a surprise. They're annoying him, and Donnie almost kills Spike in a freak experiment accident, and Raph takes his last container of mutagen. Then they detect a new container of mutagen and head out to get it. Spike, his turtle, drinks the mutagen and grows into a very big tortoise, or I don't know, Spike's not a... You'd think Spike would grow into something the same size as Raph or Donnie or Leo, but he gets really big. I'm guessing because he's a different type of turtle, or he's a tortoise, or whatever. Or maybe because of this mutagen. This mutagen is different, and it does weird things to people. It can do double mutations, which, as we've seen, have done really weird things, especially to Dog Pound. And this is, and so we get Slash, because Spike renames himself. Excuse me. Anyway, so Slash tells Raphael that they can fight crime together and that they'll be fine without the other brothers. Raph's inclined to agree, and they head out. However, Slash doesn't like the other turtles because of all of Raph's disparaging remarks. And also, the theory is put forward that this mutagen can really mess with your mind and make you evil, as we've seen with the Mutagen Man, possibly. But I don't know. And we've seen with April's dad. Previous mutagen didn't guarantee evilness, although it did help. Anyway, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. They go out in search of the mutagen container. Now, a lot of the comedy is based around Leo trying to get the mutagen container, which ends up in various hands. Now, it's fairly funny, but I feel in an episode where there's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain happening that it should have happened in another episode. It's funny, but it's not hilarious. The jokes aren't the best in this one. As I said earlier, they're good, but they're not the greatest. Well, I didn't say that exactly, but that's what I meant. So anyway, Slash goes around trying to eliminate the other turtles. He really beats Donnie pretty badly, which you kind of gotta say, because it seems a little bit of a contradiction, because Donnie did really well by himself, not only against the Footbots, but against Karai, who's a really good ninja. But keep in mind, Slash knows some ninja techniques because he's been watching the Turtles for an undetermined amount of years. Not only that, but he's very big and very strong. Probably one of the strongest villains they've fought so far. The Shredder and Dog Pound probably coming in second. And he's really willing to pound them into the ground. I mean, when you see him attack Mikey, it's painful. I mean, they really use the slow motion really well, and it's like, ouch, that hurts. He breaks Donnie's arm, or dislocates it or something, and also hurts Mikey pretty badly as well. Takes their masks, I guess, as trophies or whatever. Anyway, he gets the drop on them. Raph realizes he's evil, tries to fight back. Leo comes and helps him. I didn't like that the turtles seem to get hurt a lot easier in this. Yeah, I know Slash is strong, and he hits them, he gives them several direct hits, but the turtles have been pummeled before, Now, Donnie got a pretty bad beating by that mutant monkey back in Season 1, and he was actually pretty badly hurt. He was hobbling, but that was somewhat dismissed. But yeah, the mutagen does make an animal or a person stronger. I think it's even hinted that the turtles are actually stronger than the average human being. It's not as explored as I would have liked it to be, but I think it might have just been Raph, but it's hinted, I think, that the turtles are stronger than the average person. And they can fight hand to hand, which I miss actually. I'd like to see them fight hand to hand, or use those bows and arrows again. I like that. I thought that was cool. Anyway, Raph manages to fight Slash off, and Slash takes off, and he learns that he really does love his brothers, even though they annoy the crap out of him. Yay, we had a Raph Loves Everybody episode. Hoorah. As I've said before, the lessons in this can be somewhat contradictory, especially given the fact that Raphael has been acting like Leo a lot of the time through this season, giving support and encouragement to his brothers, although Leo has been doing a good job, or as good of a job as he can as leader. But I actually liked Raph's character and his development a lot more, especially with Michelangelo, where he takes on a really caring big brother attitude, and even with Donnie, whereas Leo just says, well, Donnie, it is your fault, but Raph's got problems. It's like, I actually think Raph is a better Leo than Leo, but sometimes, but anyway, I guess you needed this episode somewhere. As I've said, I object to there being a lesson every episode, but what are you going to do? This wasn't the best handled one, or one that completely fits in, but neither do all of them. And we got a new villain out of it, so that should be pretty cool. Anyway, effective enough episode, moves the plot a bit. I'm waiting for the turtles to meet Casey Jones. My gosh, when's it gonna happen? Come on, move it, people, move it! Anyway, like I've said, a fun, decent enough episode with some not so great comedy, but well enough. I actually liked Master Splinter's lesson at the end, which was, when you think about people that you've lost, think about the people that you have right now. Now that was a pretty good lesson, and that was really short. Why can't we just have Master Splinter come in and tell them crap like that instead of making the whole episode about a lesson? Anyway, I can't wait to see this recent week's one. Goodbye.